home in Maple Grove caught fire after a lightning strike early Friday morning. Maple Grove firefighters say it happened as the storms moved through around 7 this morning at this home on Robin Road. Crews could see flames when they arrived and were able to put them out quickly. Nobody was injured, and as you can see, the home was not a total loss, though some damage was visible through a front window. The Brooklyn Park City Council is supporting plans to replace 3 costly pieces of fire equipment. The fire department is requesting to replace 2 fire engines at a combined cost of about $2 million. It's also asking to replace 1 ladder truck, which would cost another $2 million. Fire Chief Sean Conway says equipment costs are rapidly changing. A major driver behind that decision is the age of the vehicles being replaced, as well as safety and technology improvements.
We currently don't have airbags in any of our apparatus, and these new apparatus will. There's also some components of just securing our firefighters, and then the cancer reduction aspects of how we're able to keep them clean.
Most of the replacement costs are budgeted for in the city's capital improvement plan. Final council approval is expected in a couple of weeks. The city is also considering long-range plans to replace or remodel its 4 fire stations. September is Suicide Awareness Month. The Minnesota Health and Education Departments are shedding light on the growing mental health crisis with a special way to help kids talk. I share how Robbinsdale schools are helping open that conversation. The youth mental health crisis is on the rise. Educators are seeing that firsthand.
Concerns can exhibit themselves in behavior and lack of attendance to school, to withdrawal, to at-risk behaviors.
Suicide prevention coordinator Stephanie Downey says Minnesota's health and education departments are offering resources in schools for free.
We want to be able to build a community of adult champions that are equipped with skills and confidence to be able to reach students.
So they can go by grade level.
Cognito is a training program for school teachers, staff, and students.
The tools to feel comfortable with the discussions and opening that dialogue.
Here are some things to keep in mind.
In Robbinsdale, Melanie Hansen is encouraging educators to try it out.
It helps to describe how we're feeling.
She says conversation is the first step.
You can slow or stop or eliminate and hopefully create an environment where suicide isn't the end result.
Welcome to today's Cognito product.
She says 320 staff members have gone through the training.
Being able to have those discussions is important, to have the young person and any individual express their needs.
Downey hopes this is a stepping stone for greater conversation.
People feel less alone. People feel more connected when we can have conversation and engage with each other. So
students and anyone who works in a Minnesota school can access Cognito training for free. You can find more details in my story on ccxmedia.org. The street alongside Plymouth City Hall and the Hildy Performance Center will have a new look and be more pedestrian-friendly in the coming years. As Delane Cleveland reports, city officials in Plymouth are in the planning stages of a newly revamped Plymouth Boulevard.
And welcome to the city of Plymouth.
Every September, thousands of people pack Plymouth Boulevard for the annual Plymouth on Parade. This particular street is well known to Plymouth residents.
We've talked a lot about this project,
but it will soon be getting an extreme makeover.
Ultimately, this project started because the pavement is starting to deteriorate on Plymouth Boulevard.
This week, city staff members presented plans of the Plymouth Boulevard streetscaping plan to the mayor and council. The project would include installing roundabouts at each of the intersections. Pedestrians would have an easier time getting around, and at the Hildy Performance Center,
We thought this might be helpful so the city council could see some different perspectives.
Visitors would see a complete revamp of the main entrance that includes spots where people can gather and areas where food trucks could park for events. The total estimated cost of these improvements would be $12.8 million. The money would come from several sources.
Surplus, although we can only spend our surplus once, right? Mm-hmm. And the other would be, we've got capital improvement funds that we've got set aside, and we've also got community improvement funds.
As for the parade, odds are likely that the city will have to cancel it in 2024. In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Final approval of the project will likely happen early next year. The hope is to begin construction in April and have all of the work complete in September of 2025. A popular food truck and restaurant has expanded to a second permanent location in Brooklyn Center. All Taco is now open in a shopping center off 66th Avenue North, just north of Topgolf. The restaurant serves authentic Mexican food and operates a drive-thru. Customers we talked to say they've enjoyed the food truck and are glad to have a new place to go.
I love the carne asada tacos and El Pastor. I think they taste great and they make it right in this location here. I think it's really good food and everybody try it.
The city and the owners hope to have a grand opening celebration at a later date. Stages Theater in Hopkins is kicking off its 40th season this weekend with a regional premiere. It's the focus of today's weekend showcase.
The show's about making new friends and being you.
That's Brooklyn Park resident Cadence Q, one of the performers in The Day You Begin. She plays the role of Min, a girl starting a new school year with other children from diverse backgrounds. The kids deal with their nervousness while learning to appreciate the backgrounds and challenges of others.
It has a very good message. You just have to be you, you know, like you have to make new friends, like socialize. You're just learning a lot of stuff and you're having so much fun on the stage. You're dancing a lot, you're singing a lot, and there's no like sad parts in the play. It's just like all fun and happy.
This is the first show that Stages has done in collaboration with a dance company. Stages will also have several shows for people with various special needs. The Day You Began musical runs now through October 22nd.
Last year, the Armstrong girls swimming team earned an historic first ever accomplishment. On Thursday, before their meet against Blaine, the Falcons recognized that feat. Ches Moots has their story.
Never before has a Robbinsdale Armstrong girls swimming team won a section championship. But last fall that changed when the Falcons won the Section 6 AA title.
They really rallied around each other and worked so hard last year to make it happen. A lot of them made selfless choices. They did it for each other, and it was very unexpected, to be honest.
We worked hard at every practice, and last year we had morning practice at 5 in the morning before school, so we were all pretty tired.
Before Thursday's meet against Blaine, head coach Marina Rebaum and activities director Larry Tate took time to speak about last year's feat, and the new banner hanging on the wall serves as motivation going forward.
It felt really cool to be on winning for the first time. I want to look back and be yeah, I was on the team when that happened.
Seeing that up there gives you an everyday reason of why you're here and why you're working so hard. At the end of the day, in the hard practices where they just don't think they can do any more, it's a physical representation of why they come back and why that extra set that sucks might be worth it.
In the meet against the Bengals, Armstrong came down to the wire in a couple races. Lucia Freed won the 200 by 0.3 of a second, and in the 50, Blaine's Callie Stark edged out Armstrong's Ella Cooley by 0.5 of a second. In the end, the Falcons needed every last point, defeating Blaine 93-92. In Plymouth, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Three Rivers Parks provide a lot of recreational opportunities. They are also host to a number of high school sporting events, including the annual Osseo Cross Country Invitational at Elm Creek. Jay Wilcox has highlights from Thursday's meet.
The girls' varsity runners hit the course on a great afternoon for the Osseo Invitational Cross Country meet at Elm Creek. Armstrong's Caitlin Osenai races to the win in a time of 19 minutes, 0.2 seconds. Her Falcons are fifth as a team. Second goes to Kylie Nelson of Centennial, and the Cougars also take the team title. Anoka's Kaylin Nelson is 6 seconds behind Kylie Nelson in third place. Maple Grove's April Watson takes fourth and leads the Crimson to second place as a team. Also cracking the top 10 locally, Osseo's Jules Davis, who places eighth. Then it's the boys' turn to get out and run. Blaine's River Santiago pulls away to take first in a time of 15:38.8. The Bengals are team champion too. Cade Sandvik of Osseo is 15 seconds back and places second for the Orioles. Right behind him is teammate Quinlan Runquist in third, as Osseo takes third place as a team. In the pink shoes, Gannon Ferens of Maple Grove is eighth, and the Crimson place fourth as a team. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
In volleyball, Osseo has already surpassed its win total from the 2022 season. The Orioles look to add to that at Totino-Grace Thursday night.
Coach Kelsey Rice and Totino-Grace looking for the upset of Osseo on the Eagles' home court. First set, the Orioles' Jade Evans with the block on the Eagles' attack. Evans leads Osseo in kills this season. 6'3" junior Felicia Massaquoi had some big points for Totino this match, including one on this attack as the Eagles stay close in set one. Later for Osseo, the set goes out to Jordan Andre. She knocks one off the blocker's hands and out for a point on the way to a 25-16 Osseo win. Second set, the pass from Audrey Cradaville, set by Kalea Tau to Carly Holden for the kill. Osseo takes set two, 25-10. And the Orioles close it out in three. Evans with a kill on this play. Osseo wins 25-16, 25-10, and 25-12. They are now 8-5 on the season and play in the Chanhassen tournament on Saturday. Totino-Grace drops to 2-11. John Jacobson, CCX Sports.